morning. Go ahead and find your comfortable seat, find your comfortable space. And today we're going to play a lot with our shoulders. So take a moment to make this space and this moment time for you and taking care of you. A lot of times people will literally try to hold their responsibilities or their perceived responsibilities right here in the shoulders. And so we're going to set it down. We're going to set those down just for the hour. You can pick them back up on your way out if you like, but for right now, we'll let all of those just be set to the side. So let's go ahead and warm up with just kind of wiggling them out and seeing what range of motion they have. Explore the shoulders. And then let them roll down and back. And then let's do it again, down and back. And we'll bring our awareness to our breath for our pranayama practice. And this morning, our breathing practice is going to be very simple. On our inhales, we'll think of lifting through the top of the head. On the exhales, we'll think of dropping down through the tail. Inhale, lift. Exhale, root down. We'll come back to the natural breath and we'll play with our shoulders a little bit more. We'll bring them as far forward as we can and then as far back as we can. So we're protracting and retracting. We'll change this up a little bit with the elbows tucked in close to the sides of the ribs. Bring those hands in front and then reach the thumbs behind you as much as you can while keeping the elbows close to your sides. And change it up again. We'll bring the arms in front, reach as far as you can. And then again, thumbs reaching for that back wall open as much as possible. For right now, we're going to have a neutral spine for this. So just pushing through the shoulders. And then add some lift and then round of the spine. Excellent. We'll take those hands down behind the back and pad the floor. And then we're going to to take the arms out to the diagonals. Reach them down like you're trying to stake down tent strings. Really reach down and away, and the top of the head is lifting up. And then we're going to play with the rotation of our shoulders. Roll. So it's not about the hand rotation, it's the upper arm rotating back. And then we can take it the other way too. We can roll in. If you get a little pinch in your shoulder when you roll down, just skip it, don't go that far. And then take the arms up high overhead, deep inhale. Shoulders are going to go down as the hands go up. Press those palms together, exhale, pull them down to heart space, and then continue to push them forward, round the spine, tuck the chin. On your next inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale down. Reach, reach, reach all the way down to the floor. And we'll take it again, this time without the pause. So we'll inhale up, exhale down and forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach down. Take it at your own pace. The next time your arms are low, we'll keep them right here. And let's get into the rib cage. We'll shift it left and right. Take one arm up and over. Now, oftentimes our arms have a hard time moving without pain because our shoulder blade isn't moving the way it's supposed to. And that can often be because of tight lats or other muscles in the back that are holding the shoulder blade from lifting and adjusting as it's supposed to. So we're just going to take some time to be curious about that and roll through the side of the rib cage. Find a spot that feels like it needs some attention, and we'll hang out right there once you get it. And go ahead and roll down towards this knee. So your heart and your knee are going to come towards each other. Continue reaching through the arm. And make your way up. We'll take the other side, arm up and over. Feel that big side stretch and allow yourself to explore a little bit. towards your knee. Continue pulling through the arm, reaching away. You might notice how your back buttock wants to come off the ground. Encourage it to stay down. And the reason we're holding this stretch so long and so still, right, so no bouncing or jerking, is because it's not just the musculature that can gunk up our shoulders. A lot of times it's the connective tissue, the fascia, and that takes longer to stretch because it's supposed to be the part of our body that holds us safe, kind of like our seatbelt. And so it needs a lot of time to make sure that it's okay. And begin to make your way back up to neutral. Again, we'll take that rib cage left and right, front to back. And then lower yourself right down into your own lap. Bring it on up. Remember which ankle was in front because we're going to switch it later, but for now we'll take these ankles side by side. The hands will go behind you to support you. We'll windshield wiper the legs left and right. For more stretch, just take those feet even wider apart. All right, and then cross those ankles with the other one in front. Again, we'll take our torso all the way down in front. And back up. We're going to come back to those shoulder rolls. Roll them down and back. And I want you to notice what differences have been made already by loosening these up. We'll protract and retract. And elbows in by the sides, palms up. And then we'll round, roll it forward, reach those hands away from you as far as they'll go, and open up, lift the heart. Let those hands come down. We're going to play with yeses and nos. So we're going to intentionally drop this shoulder down and back. Lift this ear up towards the ceiling. And we're going to nod Yes, so lifting the nose towards the forehead, lowering the nose towards the chin. Our yes has just been turned on the side. And then we'll nod no. So nose goes down, nose goes up. Go ahead and bring that head back up to neutral. We'll head to the other side. So shoulder down and back. Lift one ear towards the ceiling. Yeses. And nose. Bring the head back up to neutral. Let that all settle in. All right, let's make our way up to hands and knees. I'm gonna fold my mat a little bit, and you're welcome to do the same or get a blanket or anything you might need to cushion your knees just a little bit more. And from here, we'll take a cat and cow. And I want you to really push through those hands. There you go. On the cat, lift that heart, roll back, or excuse me, on the cow, lift your heart, roll back those shoulders. And then again, push through the cat. Press back child's pose, hips to heels. For right now, reach your fingers as far away from you as you can. I want you to make the sides of your body as long as possible. And take really big breaths in there. And then I want you to shrink your arms by pulling your shoulder blades towards your hips. So make more space around your ears, pulling your shoulders down away from your ears. Come back up to your hands and knees. And then we're going to keep going forwards by bending our elbows and bringing our torso over our hands. Press it back. And forward. So if your wrists don't appreciate this, you can again fold your mat and put just the palms of your hands on the folded mat and the lower portion of the fingers of your hands on the floor. And that way you've got a little bit more angle to your wrist, which will take a little bit of pressure off. All right, come back to just regular hands and knees, and we'll press it up to a downward facing dog. And our goal for this dog is going to be to stretch out our feet, stretch out our calves, and work your way on up to stretching your hips. Slowly walk the feet forward. Forward fold. And make your way all the way up to standing tall. We'll take our arms up high overhead with our shoulders drawn down. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Find whatever version of half lift works best for you. Lots of support around the core to support the spine. I love this monkey pose where we've got our fingers lifted towards the ceiling. It's great for strengthening those upper back muscles. Exhale, back down. Right leg steps back. Low lunge. Step back again to plank. And slowly lower yourself down to the floor. Maybe you drop your knees, and that's just fine. From here on the floor, we're gonna stretch our arms out to the sides like airplane wings. And take the shoulder blades, retract them. So just the shoulder blades are pulling towards the tailbone. And then we're gonna add the arms. So the shoulder blades go back and arms lift up. Release and raise. And this time, if you'd like to, we'll add the weight of the upper body as well. So lift yourself up off the floor, draw the shoulder blades down behind you. So we've got this rolled back position. And back down. This time, I want you to take it to your full extent, right? Maybe that's arms and upper body, but we're gonna hold this for 10 seconds. This gives the muscles a chance to do their chemical reactions that actually allow them to grow and get stronger. Let them know that you want to take this even further tomorrow. And release. Let those shoulders completely rest. Gentle stretch on the neck if you'd like to by turning one ear towards the floor. And we're going to do another 10 seconds. Up we go. Here you go, no pulsing, hold it strong. And release. Deep breath, up we go. And release. We're going to do this one more time. Take it up. And release. Bring your hands under your armpits. Lift the heart using just your back muscles. then add your arms. Take it as far up as you can without letting your shoulders pop. So we've got the chest forward, shoulder blades retracted. Maybe the elbows go straight, maybe they don't. Press back child's pose. Feel that lengthening of the spine. And bring it up to downward facing dog. We'll take tiny steps forward to forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up. Hands to heart space. Inhale, arms lift. Dive it down to forward fold. Half lift. And release. Left leg steps back this time. And back to plank. Once again, we'll take your version of Chaturanga Dandasana, whatever that is. Make your way down to the floor. And this time, take the arms out long in front of you. We'll take the thumbs up. If it's comfortable for you, maybe you put your forehead on the floor, but one way or another, let your head rest. We are going to bring your shoulder blades again deeper into their sockets, and we're going to lift one hand and then the other. Back and forth. When you get it up there, hold it up there for a little bit. All right, next time one goes up, we're going to hold it for 10. And let it go. Second side. Awesome. Let it rest a moment. Wiggle the shoulders. Relax the neck. And we're going to try both of them at once. If their hands don't come off the floor, that's fine. Just put less weight on your hands, right? We're lifting them up so your full weight is no longer on your hands. Here we go. Up. Hold it. And let it go. Very nice. Bring your hands under your armpits. Use your back muscles only to lift. Then your arms can assist. Press back child's pose. All the way up to downward facing dog. Tiny steps forward. Breathe in, come all the way up. Hands to heart space. Breathe in, lift. Forward fold. Half lift. Back down. Right leg steps back. And left. Make your way down to the floor. This time we'll take our arms down to our sides. So our thumbs are towards the floor, pinkies are towards the ceiling. And again, we're going to turn our face down towards the floor. So with our arms down by our sides, might not be the most comfortable. Feel free to, once again, roll that mat or grab a towel or bolster. If pinching your nose against the ground isn't the most comfortable thing you've ever done, we just want to make sure that we're not lifting our neck up this way either. All right, so fingers reaching all the way down to the heels. Reach them towards the heels and then lift the pinkies. We're going to hold it up there for 10. And release. Let them rest. Let's do it again. Up. And release. Now you can do that same exercise again, or we can change it a little bit by interlacing our fingers behind our back. You might notice if you have hyperextensive elbows that they try to lock out. We're going to try to avoid that and lift. Maybe your hands are together, maybe they're not. And release. Let's take our hands under our armpits, back muscles only, lift up the chest. Use the arms. Child's pose. Downward facing dog. Walk those feet forward. Breathe in, come all the way up. Hands to heart space. Inhale, arms up. Now go ahead and take your right arm and reach for your back. And your left arm will reach for your back as well. Maybe these hands come towards each other. Maybe they grab onto your shirt or a yoga strap. But we're going to bring those hands closer and closer together. And then lift the elbow even higher. Relax. We'll take the other side. Up and over. Up the back. Lift the elbow a little higher. Let's make our way back down to the floor, face down. But before we do, I'll have you grab a pillow, a bolster, a towel. If you don't have any of those things, we can use the mat though as well. Just have it in arm's reach. We'll come back down to the floor. And this time we're going to take one arm under the throat and we're going to rest our face, our chin down on top of it. So I'm looking for a stretch somewhere between the spine, around the outside of that shoulder, maybe even all the way down towards the elbow. But somewhere along that arm, should be feeling a pretty deep stretch right now. And then we'll take that arm, reach for your own back. You can hang out right here, or you can add the other arm is going to go up the back. Maybe those fingertips touch, maybe not. Unwind. We'll take it to the other side. Go ahead and bend that elbow, reach for your own back. Add the other arm up the back if you like. And unwind. Go ahead and make your way up to sitting. We're going to leave plenty of mat back behind us. And walk your hands back. My fingertips are pointed towards my tail. And I'm going to try and pull my elbows closer together. Feel free to bend your wrists as much as you need to. If your wrists don't appreciate this amount of angle. But again, we're bringing the elbows towards each other, and then we'll lift the heart. Change it up. You can make the hands comfortable, whatever that looks like, probably fingertips away. Again, if you have hyperextensive elbows, be careful here, but walk the hands as far away as is right for you. Lift that heart. should be a little bit higher than between the shoulder blades or the tips of the shoulder blades. So if you don't have a soft prop, we've got our mat right here. We'll just roll it up and we'll have it assist us. The thicker the prop, the more the stretch will be. Go ahead and lay back over the top of it, and we'll start by just taking our arms right overhead. Now I've got my knees up, and that's gonna help keep my low back a little bit more out of this stretch so it stays focused in the upper back. And then just feel free to explore with the position of your arms. Maybe the elbows go out wide. Maybe you reach for your elbows over your head. Find something that feels like it's stretching the right spot for you. And let that go. Go ahead and remove your prop. We're going to do our spinal twists, but today, instead of focusing on the spine as the primary objective, we are going to stretch through the pecs and biceps. Go ahead and roll your knees to one side, but let it take more of your torso with you than you would normally. So let that shoulder blade come up off the ground if it wants to. And then reach your arm back behind you. Just like we played with earlier, different arm shapes give you different stretches. So once again, find the one that works best for you. If you find that your spine is highly flexible and so this isn't bringing up a shoulder blade off the floor for you, so you're not getting as much pec stretch as you'd like, you can just take the hips a little further. So I'm taking this front hip, reaching it even further that direction, pulls my shoulder blade up off the ground a little bit more. Take some deep breaths. This area of the body can be quite tight. We use it all the time, but we don't really open it back up much. Take one last deep breath here. And then we'll make our way over to the other side. One last deep breath here. And make your way towards your relaxation pose, your Savasana. Lying on your back. Use any props that you'd like to help you find the most comfort here. Bring your awareness to the right hand, the right arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, the right hip, leg, and foot. The whole right side of the body together. And now the left hand, arm, shoulder, armpit, the left waist, hip, leg, and foot. The whole left side of the body together. Bring your awareness now to the top of the head, forehead, eyes, nose, mouth, chin, and throat. Bring your awareness to your whole head and neck together. Bring your awareness to your whole body as one. Intensify your awareness of your whole body. And now rest that awareness and simply be right here. awareness back to your body and start to move and stretch the limbs. Slowly making your way up to sitting. We'll bring our hands to heart space and our thoughts to a place of gratitude. Together we'll breathe in and out, and I invite you to Om along with me on the exhale if you'd like to. Take that breath in. Thank you. Namaste.